Hi, I'm Ruthie Dahle and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today I am recreating my old clubbing makeup. So I went clubbing back in like 2014, 2016. That was the time, and I would do the same makeup look every single time. Maybe I would switch up the lip from pink to red, but that's about it. And without further ado, let's do this makeup look together. First thing I will start with is the lipstick, and I'm trying to think of the color that I would be wearing, but I think for this I'm just gonna go for a simple pink lipstick. So I'm taking the Primark lip liner, and it is in this shade right here if you can see, and I'm just gonna line my lips. So I actually used to underline my lips because I didn't understand how to line my lips. So I always did it wrong, especially for my top lip. But this is more or less what I would do. It's not too bad. I would maybe do even smaller than this because I didn't know how to line my lips. But I'm keeping it this because I want to keep a little bit on my upper lip. And so now it's still a little underlined because it can go higher up here. It's keeping below the white line that you have around your lips, and ideally with makeup and lipstick you want to keep it on the white line or just a little above it, especially in the center of your lip if you want a fuller look. And I didn't know that back then. The next thing that I would do is take the Technic lipstick in this shade right here and just put that on. My base for today is my everyday makeup, except I used a little less bronzer than I usually do because I am unsure when I started using bronzer, because it could have been 2016 but it could have also been like 2017, 2018. I'm really unsure about when that started, so I took a little bit of bronzer in the key points of my face, and I used red blush because I don't have the pink that I used to use, but I used to have pink blush always. Blush was my thing. Other than that, it's my everyday makeup routine essentially that I have right now. I would try and link it because I have it right here, but I used to not use bronzer and I used to use a lot of blush. I remember that. But the eyeshadow. The number one eyeshadow that I would use every single time was an H&M eyeshadow palette that I used to have with like multiple colors. It would be like browns on this side and have like blue and purple on this side. Don't have it anymore. But every single time I went clubbing, it didn't matter what my outfit was, it would always be the same eyeshadow look. It would be brown in the outer corner up into the crease and then gold on the actual lid. So the shape of the eyeshadow for me haven't changed in 10 years because I do the same rounded outer corner as I did back then. What works, right? But what I have done in the later years is that I now have an eye blender brush. I didn't have it back then. I now have more brushes to work with. I didn't have it back then. But the number one brush, and I did have it back then, is this brush right here. And this one is from H&M. It has a rounded eyeshadow brush on this end, and it has an angled brush on this end. And I used to use this for applying my eyeshadow in the outer corner. So I'm going to do that today, and I have to remember to wash it after because I actually use this to contour my nose, and this shade is darker than that, so I need to wash it for tomorrow. So the eyeshadow palette that I'll be using today is, I'm just going to be using this one, and that is the Depend eyeshadow palette. It looks like this with these colors right here, And I'm gonna be using this brown right here because that is something I would use. If I don't feel like this is enough, I will go in with this one, and then we will have the gold, of course. So I'm just gonna take my round eyeshadow brush and just get in there and apply it to the outer corner of my eye. More or less this, but I think I'll go in with the darkest color just in the outer corner to intensify it a little bit, because I know I used to have it darker than this, whatever this is. Now keep in mind, I didn't have a blender brush, so this is as blended as it would be. But I did have a flat brush. I do remember having that, so I will see here. So I'll take a flat brush like so, and I will go in with the gold. Back then I didn't use any of my fingers. I used a brush every single time. And that is how I would blend it essentially. I think I remember putting some right on the lower lash as well, like so. Then I would put on eyeliner, and I think even back then I used a liquid eyeliner, but I didn't use this specific one. But I have used this for so many years. It's almost 10 years, so I think it's time appropriate. And I'm going in with the Dipliner ink from H&M that looks like this. And I am going to be putting eyeliner all the way into my inner corner because that's what I used to do. So that's what we're doing. I would try to avoid it, but I used to have just a little wing, not a big one. So I would try to avoid the big one, which is what I'm used to. But if you want a general eyeliner tutorial, I will try and link it up here because I do actually have one on my channel. And the next thing that I would do is put mascara on, and I don't think I curled my lashes back then, or maybe I started to. So we're gonna leave them uncurled. And the mascara that I will be using is the Maybelline, the Colossal mascara. Back then, I used to have from Kiko Milano, I remember that. And it would be the same type of fluffy brush. I prefer a fuller brush like so, always have. So it would be the same. But the difference is that back then I would do mascara on my upper lashes and the outer lower lashes, not the full way in, about halfway. So that's what we're going to do today. One thing I did do was I used a highlighter, and I used to go for bright ones. So the brightest one that I have is the NYX Strobe of Genius and the shade Purple, which is this one right here. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush for that. I've always used a bigger brush on my cheeks and the large parts of my face, just because I always loved a highlight. I'm like, let my face shine. That's always been the thing with me, and I always have done this in the, yeah, think that as a on my nose. Obviously we need to shine like a diamond. And then a little here. And obviously, this was back in the day, a little extra on top of the nose. I think that is it. And then the setting spray that I will be using is the W7, the vitamin C fixer. Most likely back then I used Essence, because you could buy that. I believe you could buy Essence at OVS, and I bought makeup there. So I used to have like Rimmel and Essence, but you don't have that where I live now, so it's not something I can buy. I don't think I did this, but anyway, habits. I will be honest with you and say that I usually didn't wear my hair like this in the club, but I wanted to have that hairstyle for today. I usually went for like 2 pigtails towards the back, but only for the top part of my hair, so it's like a half up, half down hairstyle. Or I would go for ponytail, my hair down, or something along those lines. Just very casual, really. I think what I did the most with was my makeup, and then maybe my outfits were a little bit sexy or cute crazy. So but this is the makeup look that I used to go clubbing with. I kind of miss it when now that I'm looking at it at a distance. Maybe modernize it a little bit, make it more me, but I do love this type of makeup on myself. I was not wrong 10 years ago, okay? Just maybe do a little bit different with the eyeliner, but young me was not that bad. Was not that bad. And so that is everything I have for you today. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. And if you want more content like this, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be notified when I upload a video. And I want to thank all of my subscribers, everybody that likes, comments, shares, and are just watching the videos. Thank you so much. I love you, and I appreciate you all. And with that, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!